So in the recent Jujutsu update, Z actually added Hanami in the early access, and turns out people are actually complaining about Hanami for being too boring or too hard to use because it's kind of like a complex character and people do not know much stuff about Hanami at all, because what does that move do, or what does the R special do, or what does the third move do. So in today's video I'm going to explain every single thing and explain what does the block or the move or the M1 do, and you can also use these two as a combo. So just make sure to watch the full video and let me know if this video helps you in the comment section, okay? So I'm gonna make things like real fast, okay? So you guys may know M1s. So the M1 is just, there's only like one M1 for Hanami, and a down slam which bounces the opponent, and there's an uppercut which comes out a root and does a cool animation, and it also has a finisher, just to let you know. Yeah, that's a pretty cool finisher, by the way. So that's a really cool finisher for the uppercut. Now, so you know, Hanami has a unique dash which doesn't go around people, but it instead grabs the people and send them towards yourself. So you can see right there. And you can use this to like you know, like down slam, then dash, then down slam. Or like M1 dash and M1, so you can just keep on doing that. You can do that again and again. So yeah, you could use this in the combos, okay, which is really useful, by the way. So there's another way to get Hanami's 4 M1s. Like there's like 2 ways. The first way is the pen emote, you know, the forbidden pen, So this allows you to use more M1s with Hanami. So I can just do this. No, I could just do this and just keep on doing. I can just keep on do this, you know. You can like use a lot of combos with the pen emote and the pen giving you free 4 M1s, and you can also use other weapons like Playful Cloud, the other weapons in the random shop, so you can just get them. But the only disadvantage is that you won't be able to use the Hanami M1s or the dashes. You know, this dash. Right. So if you equip the weapon, the Playful Cloud, or any weapon from the shop, then you will have their dash instead of the Hanami dash. Okay. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing the Playful Cloud or any weapon, but I'll tell you to use the Penny mode since that is the best, and it also has the dash for you, which is really good. So yeah, that was for the M1s. Now let's talk about the R special, which is really busted, by the way, and people do not know what does the R special do. And even in the trailer of JJS, they did not tell you guys that the R special can actually cancel any single move, by the way. Yeah, any single move. Yeah. So for example, so you see, if you do the R special, it is basically flower field, right? So you see that it actually temporarily stuns them, and for 5 seconds, and if you hit them with this, they won't be able to like dash for 5 seconds, like in any dash, like side dash or back dash, front dash. They won't be able to do any of the side dashes or any dashes for 5 seconds after they got hit by it, okay? And they won't be able to use move, I guess. And it's actually unblockable, by the way. Even if they block, they will still get the effect, okay? So it's really cool. Now, how do this actually cancel moves? Let me show you. For example, I'm gonna spawn a bullet and a attack dummy, okay? So he's keep on doing the bullet. Now I'm gonna stop this one. See how he just stopped it? See how he was doing the move and he stopped? Yeah. See, so it actually stops him, and even it also includes the M1, by the way. And it also cancels every single counter in the game. Yes, the Manji kick or Aspiring Mangaka's counter, including Aspiring Mangaka's Awakening counter, by the way. Awakening counter. And like Maito's Second Awakening Head Splitter counter. Yes, it cancels every single counter in the game, by the way. And it also like cancels few iframe moves, I think. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It doesn't like cancels most of the iframe moves, but yeah, it does cancels every single move, including 1 to 2 iframe moves, I guess. The R special is really busted if you use it properly, okay? And it also gives you 4% damage, which is good, I guess. So yeah, that was about the R special, which if you guys didn't know about it, yes, so the R special is really busted. Now let's talk about the moves. So the first move is called Root Form, and Root Form is just basically a really simple move. Just like a, you know, this, I don't know what you call it. But yeah, what does it basically do is that it actually pulls the player to yourself. See? See? And even if I use it like in really close, it's still gonna be back at me, okay? So you can use that root form with the M1s, by the way, so let me show you how. Yeah, it also works with down slam. And it also works with up tilt. See? So you can basically do something like this. Down slam, side, dash, and down slam. Yeah. So you can do it with any of the M1s, okay? I forgot to mention, but the M1s also bypass the ragdoll. So even if the opponent is like on a ragdoll, it literally bypasses that, and it can still hit you. Doesn't matter if it has to be like the normal M1 or the down slam or the uppercut. It's gonna hit every single one of them, okay? So yeah, that is a really crazy part about the M1. Now, there's also a variant to root form, but it is not really like harmful one or like any special one. It's just a passive to the root form, is that if you use it on a non-surface like here, okay, now it is tangible, so you will be able to climb it like and walk over it, okay? So that is a pretty cool thing, which is really useful for like parkouring and stuff, so you could do that actually. And root form is also unblockable, so let me show you. And root form is also unblockable, so you can't block it at all, so that's pretty yeah. Now surging thorn is blockable. Yeah, let me show you, just to let you know first. So surging thorn, there's like two types of attacks, which is these two two circles, and then like 3 spikes, you know, root spike, like the uppercut. Yeah. So you could do it separately, by the way. So if I just do this and move here, it's gonna hit the player, the dummy. See? So you can use them separately, by the way, which is really cool, by the way. And then there's nothing much about this one, but the only cool thing about this move is that it actually disables ragdoll escape. So basically, they cannot evasive out of it at all, bro. They cannot evasive at all. This is basically true ragdoll. So yeah, there's nothing much about this move, which is pretty cool. The only fun thing about it is that it is actually true ragdoll. Now, what about butt shot? Now, I've been seeing a lot of people like being wrong about the butt shot. I mean, not most, but including me and few other people like who started playing Hanami. So we all didn't know what the butt shot used to do. We all thought it's gonna be like either like a health drain or like an awakening bar drain, which it was none of them, by the way. So butt shot basically gives you a status effect. You can see the draining effect. You see that? So it gives you that effect for 8 seconds, by the way. It actually makes it so you won't be able to gain any evasive at all for 8 seconds. So you see like how people use evasive, and you see this blue bar by me. So if the player uses his evasive, if I use this move, now, and if I try to use any of the single move like M1s or like any of the move, they won't be able to gain the evasive at all for 8 seconds. So yeah, that is yeah, that was okay. Now butt shot is also like, it also bypasses ragdoll. Let me show you. So yeah, you can hit people while they're ragdolled. Now the last move is called defense response. This move is really cool, okay? This move is really cool, and it actually gives you a temporary iframes. Like, you know, when you do this charge and if you hit people, and it gives you like a temporary iframes, okay? At this part, at the beginning part, okay? So you see how this dummy is doing the M1, and if I'm gonna use the move. See? I'm gonna use it again. But after you do the charging attack, and if somebody hits you, it will be cancelable, okay? So it only gives you a iframe in the beginning. That's it. And it also bypasses ragdoll, but not the down slam or the ragdoll one. But if you do uppercut, then defense response is gonna hit them. Let me show you. By the way, red. By the way, that's red. Okay, not even green. So yeah, you can do that, which is pretty cool. And you can also use this move to like cancel domains, like defense response, fourth move, then 3 M1s. And it will break Gojo, Sukuna, Maito, and maybe Naoya's domain. Yeah, Gojo, Sukuna, Maito's domain, I have checked it myself. So you can also break domains using defense response and then 3 M1s. So you can see he's using the domain, Gojo domain. So if I do defense response, then M1, 2, and it broke. Yep. Two, and 3. Now for Mahito. 1, 2, and 3. Wow, that was fast. Well, that was fast. So that's what defense response do. And defense response also has an air variant, which is this. And by the way, the air variant is actually gives you true ragdoll, by the way. So you won't be able to evasive out of it. And it's also unblockable. So you can block this. And even defense response normal variant is unblockable. So only Surging Thorn and Butt Shot are blockable, and Root Swarm and defense response are not blockable. You cannot block them. So yeah, that's what I want to tell you guys. So I think that was guide, I guess, like how everything works. And also, so Hanami is still in work in progress. You see, there is no ultimate yet. So I think the ultimate is gonna have the the unwrapped. It's gonna unwrap. We are gonna unwrap our hand. Then you will be able to use our hand too. Okay, that is pretty cool. So there's a combo which I want to show you guys. So it's this. So yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you can do a lot of stuff with these moves. Okay, so there's you can also use this. I mean, it's not that bad, right? You could do that. It's pretty cool how the dash and the M1 basically helps you to combo extend sometimes. So yeah, that was pretty much it. Let me know if I missed something about Hanami in the comment section and give your tips and tricks too. So yeah, that was pretty much it, and thanks for watching.